I don't know why I was reminded of it just now, but I've said many times, so it's nothing new. But I feel the need at this point to remind you of one specific thing that we should never forget. I mean, within all the flood of events that are going on, and you need to remember it. During the 21st century, there existed a state in this world, the state of Israel, that amongst the many peculiarities, one thing, is stands like almost above all others, I would say. And this is something that, especially an institution or special kind of behavior that was common in Israel probably since its inception. By the way that people behave, and the way that they do it, you understand that it's like that for many decades. And very specific thing, which is the following: there is a subclass of citizens, subgroup of society that is conditioned from childhood using psychological conditioning, which is a form of torture, to have a strong physical aversion from any symbol or physical, or visual representation of the police. Like, they cannot hear sirens, they cannot see a policeman, they cannot see a police car or the lights of the police without being physically, tortured to a point that they need to hang to the ground for some time and just do like that, or famously when autist children, they are they have sensory overload, so they need to do something like that to the ground. So this is how they react when they are exposed to any visual representation of the police. It doesn't even need to be a real policeman or police car. It could be something that looks like that. And most certainly they will never call the police. Never. All this, of course, entails that people can, and there are ways to know that these are, to identify these people, even if you are a stranger to them. And all of this entails that if you know, if you are a regular citizen in Israel, not one of these subclass of citizens, and you identify such a creature, or you just know him or her to be like that, and they all know, because it's not there are ways to know it. You can do anything you want to him or her, and you absolutely know for certain that the police will not be involved. Perhaps worst case, that perhaps this specific one is like this, the property, because many times they are also property of other person of the high class, and maybe you will have, you'll kind of get to kind of a conflict over property with the other guy, but it will not be anything criminal. Nothing of the criminal law will be applied to you, because the police will never be part of it. Even if another person will call the police, they will never cooperate with them, because they will not be able to even speak with them, the subclass. This is reality right now in Israel, 2023. It's probably like that since the beginning, since the inception of the state, but I cannot be sure. But everything, all the circumstantial evidence tells me that it's like that for many decades. And it's right now like that, 2023. And the rest of the world don't care at all. And strongest, by far the strongest nation, the United States, the only superpower and the strongest nation by far, and just by far the most influential state, is close supporter, a strong supporter of Israel, and they supply them with weapons and technology and intelligence, everything, money, everything. And the rest of the developed world, almost all of it, is in good ties with Israel, with this state. It's not the only torture and subjugation that takes place in Israel. There are many other examples, and I discussed it at length in this channel and in other social accounts. But I don't know why. I recall it right now, and I think that it's a good time to remind you of this issue. And also, if you don't understand why, maybe just this alone could be a reason for a sufficient answer to the question why. Humans do not deserve to live. Humanity does not deserve to live.